hello to our friends everywhere. What an amazing afternoon we've had, and we've got some friends here who've been part of this worship today. I want to introduce to you Mary MacLeod and Leslie Orr. They're going to have a chat and let you listen into their conversation.
Hello, I'm Mary MacLeod.
And I'm Leslie Orr.
And we are descendants of the very first lot of ministers that came up to start the Iona Community. So we really go back a long, long way.
We do. Childhood memories of great holidays on Iona, and the freedom and the joy of being here and playing together. And it's really interesting to see, the generations rolling by and new younger people, new people who are connected with the community. So, I really felt the presence of our forebears, our dads, and my husband Peter, who, of course, was when he was the leader, he was really one of the instigators of the capital appeal and the refurbishment project. So it's just so good to be here and to see it completed and to see Peter's vision and that of so many others and all their incredibly hard work come to fruition.
Indeed. And it links in with my father, who was the first person to start trying to collect money for the restoration of the Abbey. And as a child, most of my life was spent with him away in different countries trying to find out, just to get money. And the other thing that Leslie and I have in common is that we were both volunteers. Children of the community have to work for being children of the community. And we were both volunteers, although Leslie was a child when I was the first volunteer, one of the volunteers. So we're very, very much part of the whole thing. And as you say, it's wonderful to watch it continue and grow.
But I was just recalling with somebody else who was here in the 70s as a volunteer, the worst thing to my memory, the worst thing were the horrible nylon sheets that we had on the bed and that we had to, as part of the housekeeping team, we had to kind of wash and dry all these. Oh, they were ghastly. They were,
but they did dry overnight in case there was a disaster. And the new people came the next week and there were no clean sheets. Yeah. So, but they were horrible. Yes, you slid around in them.
Yeah, but the spirit of the place, I mean, back in the 70s, things were on a much smaller scale.
Yes.
And it was kind of a bit more laid back, the whole kind of life of the Abbey. But there's just something really special about being back here after the pandemic and kind of on behalf of the community. and to know that this place, it's kind of fit for purpose now.
Indeed.
For future, for future directions, wherever that may lead us.
Well, when you talk about that, this the old days. If people come here to Iona and they go upstairs to one of the very small toilets upstairs, that was the room that my aunt, who's called Ursula MacLeod, was the cook in that one tiny room, and she cooked for 100 people every Sunday usually, and about 50 during the day. So really, the difference of life is unbelievable. If you can see the new kitchen with
the kitchen is a dream. I know it's Anya's pride and joy, and especially the dumb waiter, which we heard mentioned in the service. She is delighted that there's a dumb waiter now. And the other thing, just I always remember Peter and I were on holiday in Normandy a while ago, and we were at the medieval castle in Caen. And we were just kind of exploring the place, and we came upon this fantastic lift in the castle. And Peter kind of looked at it, and we went in and up and down it a bit, and he said, "Look, if they can have that here, then we can certainly put a lift in the Abbey," because for years people had kind of assumed that we wouldn't be allowed, we'd be able to do anything to this medieval building. And he said, this is really important. So it gives me great pleasure to see that lift functioning and to see Chris maneuver herself into it so that she can finally access this place, as will others, of course.
And was it the same lift?
Same kind of lift, actually. Yes,
I mean, that's a great thing. And I mean, technology does bring great things, actually, which people didn't have here. I mean, it wasn't that people really didn't like to have a nice life. There was nothing else for it. And I think this links also with the island becoming more sustainable and the electricity that I'm going to produce. So it's really great that that's all come together.
It is, and it's great that that these two projects, this one here in the Abbey and that fantastic new village hall, it is a stunning building. I really, I urge anyone who's watching and listening, when you come to Iona next, really go to that village hall, because it's the future. It's such a gorgeous, light, spacious building and so flexible. And to have that resource alongside this refurbished Abbey, it holds such great hope for the future.
I think that's right. So
thank you.